Hey Leo, welcome to my channel and welcome to this will be the next 3 days for you. I'm going to be recording your other weekly shortly, but I wanted to get this out because I had missed you and Taurus last week. So I want to do kind of like a double this week, but this will be for the next 3 days. So let's go ahead and dive in and let's take a look for the next 3 days what comes up. And then I'll have another read coming out there shortly. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on for you. And the only reason I did, guys, is I've been going through a big transformative time period for myself right now. And I have to take out that necessary time in order to kind of pause and get the downloads that are necessary. And I was instructed to definitely do it last week and this week is a little bit of that, but I'm feeling a lot more energetic and I'm feeling kind of like called to do this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. We'll start out with the most important message from Spirit, and then we'll get into the most important message for career and finance. Whatever comes up will relate to that career and finance part, and then I'll go into a spread about love. So let's dive in and take a look. What is going on for Leo? Guys, hope all is well. Thank you for all the love and support. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps my channel. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, so I really appreciate you. So just note that, all right? All right, let's dive in. What's going on for Leo? What does Spirit want you to know most? What's going on for Leo? So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Wands, okay? And we've got a Judgment call. Wow, Judgment card coming through here. Page of Wands coming through. And Queen of Swords, you've got a lot of people. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles is coming through here, all right? And I do get the Six of Swords. You're moving, like your mind is a lot more quieter and you are attracted to the calmness of that. So you're actually moving your mind and your life kind of towards the calmness. Now you're bringing the wisdom with you because you may have experienced some sort of turbulence perhaps in the past, but I think that your underlying energy is that even though things are hidden, you are being guided intuitively to move towards something that is a lot more calming and soothing for you, because you always get a lot of options. There's a lot of options out there, a lot of choices, but I feel that you're moving towards that calmness, even though you don't know quite what that is. It's almost as if you're going to feel your way through it, okay? You're going to row your way through it to what feels good intuitively for you, okay? And this is moving towards kind of like that Ten of Cups, that long-term happiness. So whatever it is that you're doing, it's about bringing in that long-term happiness, and that might have to do with quieting the mind a bit and leaving something in the mind that just no longer is working for you at this point in your life. So that's what I'm getting. Now, I do get the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Now, this could be you taking on that energy. So quite beautiful. You know, she's very practical. She's very much focused in on the kind of that motherly type of energy. She's very nurturing. So this could be you. All right. This is, focusing on careful where you place your energy, effort, and time. And you're letting go of responsibilities that have burdened you in the past. Now, you could have come out of a very, very productive period that has left you quite exhausted to say, now you're making a decision that, hey, I'm not going to go towards, I'm using my intuitive abilities and I'm moving, towards not feeling any sort of burnout or any sort of that. It's like you're making some sort of decision, okay? So a decision is being made. Now there's a message that comes through. You said you want something a little bit more fair and that's true to you, and you're kind of moving in that direction right now with the Knight of Pentacles. So a lot of you have discovered your own truth about something in your life, and you have made a judgment that this is how I'm going to move forward, okay? So that could be, anything of the sort in terms of relationships, the people you surround yourself with, and it could even be your work style, your life, and how you might be making adjustments to a schedule. That could be the case as well. Note your comments below, guys. Let us know, what you keep informed, what you, with your other fellow Leos out there. But I think it's your truth. It's like you've seen the light that once was hidden before. And I feel that you, to move forward on strong and a solid way with this Knight of Pentacles, you had to make some sort of decision and shift and change. So what was this change that you made here? Because there is a judgment call. What is this judgment that's coming through? Let's pull one of these cards. And then I'm going to pull a tarot card on this as well too. Let's just take a look and see how that comes out. Yeah, you got some sort of clarity. Look at bottom of the deck. Right after that card is the Strength card. That's you. I feel that you're being led. You're being led, and I feel that this is what's happening here. You're being led and, intuitively. Okay. It's like the subconscious is that you're having the inner strength and you're being led, as you move forward, and you got some sort of clarity. Now, this is clarity about letting go of resentments of a situation. Maybe you're letting go and letting the wind flow, like letting go of the umbrella and letting the wind take the umbrella where it needs to go. Okay. So surrendering to any sort of resentments or holding resentments, because that actually hinders you, right? You don't need to carry those resentments with you. You take the wisdom in the mind from the resentments of any sort. You take the wisdom with you in the calmer fashion, but you don't have to carry that energy anymore, right? You cut through, what's important, and you take the wisdom from that, but you got some sort of clarity of the mind. And this is interesting because that's sword energy, and so is this. So you got the clarity and the wisdom that you need. So you took the wisdom from something that was burdening you, and I think it's that energy, and you're letting go of the resentments, and you're kind of forgiving others for their shortcomings, but you're moving forward. You're moving forward towards positive situations in your life, okay, is what I'm getting. Now, there is a message that comes through that, again, is your truth. And that is exactly what this is, your message of truth, of clarity. And you can see the Queen of Swords is carrying that sword right there. So this is about your clarity. And then you are moving forward, solidly, but you're moving forward not at such a fast pace. You're moving forward with strong and solid structure, okay? So there's no hurry here, all right? This is developing your inner strength. Anything else that we need to know that is coming through that would be important for you to keep in mind? Anything else that wants to come through? What did we get? The Five of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Well, you're no longer stuck. All right. You're no longer stuck holding on to your pentacle and feeling impoverished anymore. It's like you have this new belief, and it's almost as if like you have you're letting go of the burdens of trying to control something, or, hey, I'm not getting what it is that I want. I'm letting go, and I'm letting the universe kind of guide me. And it could have had to do with your money. Okay. Five of Pentacles is like, trying to have to hold on to something. You're like, forget this. I'm not going to be stuck. I'm going to move forward. And as soon as you do, it's like something shifts and changes. Okay. So this is really quite beautiful. Something shifts and changes immediately. Yeah. And it's kind of like, okay, life's an adventure. I didn't expect this, but it's so interesting that this is coming through. And it's all about communication, heart chakra. Something came to fruition. And I feel that it could have been something that you wanted in the first place, but as soon as you let something go, it kind of comes that like the universe kind of answers the prayer automatically, or the situation is remedied in some sort of fashion. Okay. So could be in a partnership or connection in work or love, whatever that case may be, but you get the truth, and no more having resentments, because you don't need to carry those resentments. That's just going to poison you and hold you back. So that's what is coming through here and what Spirit wants you to know. All right, Leo, let's move into your work life. Let's take a look at work, money, and finance, the most important message for you. Work, money, and finance, victory. Woo! Six of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Dang, Leo. Knight of Swords. Let's take a look. We got the Five of Cups. We have got the Seven of Swords, and we've got the leadership, taking the leadership card. Let's just pull a card on this one, or two. All right, bottom of the deck, letting go of the burdens. Here we go again, letting go of those burdens. Now, for some of you, it's coming out in your career. So for some of you, this is about victory towards your 10 of Pentacles of long-term wealth. And you're you're focused very much on moving forward. This is being very much, focusing in on being daring. You are, you're focusing in on being adventurous. It could be a little impatient. Okay, so just note that. And this is you. Then I get regarding the disappointment and a deception, and so you take the lead. And I think that's exactly what happened, almost like in the last spread. It's like victory, towards long-term happiness and moving forward towards that, maybe being a little bit impatient about not getting what it is that you want. So what do? You let it go. You let it go. And then what comes in? A message. And it brings in, hey, do I want to continue to cultivate this? But something's balanced out, and it has to do with your money. Okay. So I feel that for a lot of you, that's what's coming through. There was just a deceit of the mind. But when this is about focusing on disappointment and deceit of the mind, and it's time to turn this around. And so you get the lead card. The lead card tells us what? The lead card tells us, let's see how this was going through. The lead card tells us is that this is about putting in the work, about taking lead and being optimistic about the situation. So were you not being optimistic about the situation? And then when you let it go, you let something go. I just feel that when you don't put the effort into a situation and take the lead, you can be disappointed. But I feel that I just feel something to happen in a situation that you were very disappointed about, and all of a sudden it does a turnaround. It does a turnaround after you say, no, I'm going to take the lead and I'm going to move forward in this. And when you decide that, guess what comes through? The thing that you wanted before. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I just feel that, I feel that, now you are focused in on what it is that you need to do. Maybe you didn't put in the work previously, and now you're taking the lead to do it, having confidence, optimism, and moving forward. So I think for some of you, it was a shift after that full moon in Capricorn, right? And on the 10th. And I feel that it's kind of moving in that direction. And I just feel that you're taking the lead, like something shifted, your energy shifted, okay? Something shifted to which you let something go, and then all of a sudden it comes through, but then you're focusing in on how good you feel as you move to this other side. And now it's kind of like, well, taking leadership of my situation is just putting in more work, into something. So it's almost as if that letting someone else make that decision, or let the divine make that decision and yield to that and not be so rigid, because that helps resolve any sort of conflicts, and it improves a situation. It improves the situation, I feel. It's, for some of you, it's like an old, outdated belief. This is like, this is leadership, to have your own power to soar in life. All right. And using your own power to soar in life. So that's what I'm getting. Right. It's just when you don't put in the effort and work, then you could be disappointed. All right. So anything that is going to be really important about career, money, and finance, that's going to be key for you. Anything more? Earning power, building a business, making a sound decision. For some of you, it has to do with the corporate job. For others, that maybe your situation was unstable and it becomes, it turns around in the other direction, but for how long? And that maybe has you question, okay, for how long? So this is about taking your own power, all right? So doing whatever it's necessary, backup plan, different things like that, taking a class, putting in more education into something to bring greater balance to a situation, rather than waiting for someone else to bring it in. This is you, and feeling impoverished during that period of time. It's time for you to kind of let go of that energy, of that burden of that, and start balancing it out yourself and moving forward. So this is what I'm getting for some of you. What else? Wings, rising above money issues. This is exactly what I talked about. It's like something came down and all of a sudden it comes up. So like your business is taking off, profit is coming in. It has to do with your life purpose and mission. So maybe some of you are working on that as you work a corporate job, but I'm just telling you, you're rising above money issues. Okay. And it could be some spiritual work that you're doing. And what else? Yeah. Changing gears. All right. You're just putting in the effort. This is about not putting in the effort. I feel that you are taking leadership, like I said, with this lead card, and you are bringing this Queen of Wands and putting in the effort. All right. And sometimes that means taking time off to shift gear and put plans in motion. So some of you could be taking a little bit of time off to develop that security plan in that process. Okay. And any other final advice that would be key for you? What else do we get? Get out in nature. It's going to nourish your heart and connect you with spirit. What other advice? Make sure you pay attention to taking really good care of yourself and communicating love, and so watch your emotions and make sure you're communicating with love towards yourself. All right. And I do get a relationship change. You could be changing a relationship at work, or there's a relationship change somewhere in your life to bring in balance, because the 56 brings in 11. 11 brings in some sort of balance. All right. And what's interesting, this is 11, 7, and this reduces to 11. This reduces to 11. That's a 7. Having faith of balancing on both sides. Isn't that interesting, guys? So interesting. So that's the message that I get in terms of your career, money, and finance coming through. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at love, and let's use a different deck. Okay. What comes through in love for Leo? All right. Interesting read, Leo. Super interesting. Note your comments, guys. Let me know if it resonates with you. And, I'd like to see how it connects with you here. What's going on in love for Leo? What do we get? Chariot card, the Death card, 2 major arcanas coming through here. Tower in reverse. Wow. 9 of Wands. What an interesting read. King of Cups. Whoo, wow. Queen of Wands. Wow, you're showing up again, Queen of Wands. Now, whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter, but this is being very optimistic, confidence, with charisma, and just moving forward, gets things done, all right? So I think you eliminated a tower by moving forward and getting something done. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands, victories and success. So for some of you in your love life, there's some sort of victory and success that is coming through, okay? This is having faith and moving forward, Cancer energy. So this is traveling forward on faith. Even though you're not sure kind of what's ahead, you're moving forward, and by having faith, you're having faith and you're transforming a situation to get out of perhaps even a tower situation. Because that's quite interesting. So I feel that you're persevering and not giving up. You're on that 9 of Wands. You're having ultimate authority over your emotions. Could be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And I do get the Queen of Wands, again, moving forward optimistically. I get the King of Cups is looking at this Queen of Wands, all right? So you could have someone around you that is looking at you, and that someone that wants to come in and transform something. But I feel that you're transforming your love life to achieve victory on whatever way that looks like for you. But I will say that a transformation in how you move forward with faith is shifting your love life. It's turning it upside down in a different way, but in a very good way, Leo. And you're persevering. It's like, I'm not going to be left out with love. I have greater authority over my emotions, and I'm moving forward much more positively. Why? Because I went through a very transformative period. Okay. I had to have greater faith in this, and that victory is mine. All right. So give me a little bit more. So then what? What do we get? Yeah. You're overcoming the tricking of the mind, and you're being that visionary, and you're moving forward with new inspiration that's coming through. So you're no longer deceiving your mind. It's like you see that, I was deceiving my mind in some sort of way. I wasn't having the faith. That's that 7 card, right? Well, this is interesting because this is a 7 card as well. This is not having the faith in the mind. And this is having faith and moving forward positively and taking outside action. So you've really shifted. You've recognized you didn't have faith in, for some of you Leos out there, in the mind, in your love life. Now, it could have been from a past situation. I mean, you were beaten and bruised pretty bad here, all right? And you try to get your stability back. And I was thinking, well, gosh, do I even want love in my life? Some of you had questioned that. But I do have you moving forward knowing the deceit in the mind, and then taking this wand and torch and moving towards someone that deserves this. Okay, moving towards that. Optimism, new passion, and new energy, and that new spark that you have within you in love. So now think of the person that you are interested in, and let's just take a look and see what might want to come through. Okay, or you want to think of that one person that's on your mind. This person wants to get to know you. Okay. They want to move forward with you. They want to move something to a next level, whether or not you've had a connection or not before. I feel this person wants to come together and learn more about you and to get to know you, and share information and share your lives with each other. Okay. They want to move something to the next level. Okay. And this person has romantic feelings for you. All right. And just know it's worth exploring. It's really something that, is definitely worth exploring and moving forward in. Okay. Anything else you need to know about this other person? Well, they have all your eyes on you. That's for sure. They're trying to develop the inner strength to come forward. For some of you, that's the case. But they want to balance something out, and they feel that you're missing out of the picture, out of their world, and they want to make some progress. Okay. It could be fire energy of a person that you're interested in. They could be a fellow fire sign. Yep. This is about love. Lover's card is coming through. They're making a choice towards you, and they're hoping that you choose them as well. So Gemini energy is coming through too. All the rest on here is Cancer, and it's water and fire and a little bit of air. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Bottom of the deck is long-term happiness with the 10 of Cups. So someone wants long-term happiness with you. I think you might feel the same, and you might be looking to explore to get to know each other, okay, and start sharing feelings, especially since you've got a lot more, perhaps authority over your emotions, or this is someone that you feel, you're able to talk to quite easily. So I'll leave it there, guys. Note your comments, like, and subscribe. If you are looking for a personal read, click the link in the description box below. And until next time, namaste.